Have you ever trusted someone so deeply, only to realize that the very people closest to you were hiding the darkest secret? This is the story of a hard-working man, a farmer who spent his days sweating under the blazing sun, only to discover betrayal lurking right inside his own home. While he was out in the fields, planting and harvesting to feed his family, his wife found comfort not in his arms, but in the arms of another man. And not just any man, their very own driver. What begins as a story of loyalty and sacrifice quickly twists into a tale of desire, deceit, and a heartbreak that will leave you questioning, who can you really trust? Hello everyone! Welcome! I am here to share you a heartbreaking story. Stay with me. The man in this story, we'll call him Samuel, was no ordinary husband. He was a man of the soil, someone who believed that sweat, patience, and hard work were the only true measures of love. Each morning, as the sun rose, he tied his boots, kissed his wife on the forehead, and left for the fields. He believed he was providing her with everything she could ever need: food, shelter, stability. But sometimes, what the heart craves isn't what the hands provide. His wife, Miriam, was beautiful but restless. She grew up in the city where lights sparkled at night and comfort was never far away. The village life felt slow, silent, and lonely for her. Day after day, as Samuel worked late hours in the field, she stayed home with only the sound of crickets and the hum of the old ceiling fan to keep her company. Then came the driver, Daniel, hired to help Samuel transport crops to the market. Daniel was younger, charming, and smooth with his words. He would arrive each morning to polish the car, and slowly he began offering Miriam more than polite greetings. At first, it was harmless. Light jokes, helping her carry heavy bags, fixing little things around the house when Samuel was away. But harmless soon turned to dangerous. The first spark was an accidental touch when Daniel brushed her hand while handing over some groceries. The second was a lingering stare that lasted too long to be ignored. By the time weeks passed, Miriam was no longer waiting for her husband's footsteps at dusk. She was listening for the hum of the driver's engine. One stormy afternoon, as Samuel worked tirelessly in the muddy fields, Daniel didn't take the truck out to the market. Instead, he stayed behind. The rain fell hard, blurring the world outside. And in that thunder and silence, Miriam and Daniel crossed a line they could never uncross. What began as loneliness transformed into an affair woven in secrecy. But no secret lives forever. One evening, Samuel returned earlier than expected. Exhausted, drenched from the rain, he stepped into the house only to find shadows moving behind the half-closed bedroom door. His heart froze. His hands trembled as he pushed the door open. And there, before his eyes, was the woman he had given his life to, wrapped in the arms of the man he paid to serve the family. The room fell into silence. Miriam's eyes widened in shock. Daniel froze like a thief caught in the act. And Samuel stood there, his soul torn apart. His calloused hands, built to work the soil, had never known such helplessness. He didn't scream, he didn't strike. He simply looked at them, and in that heavy silence, he turned and walked away. That was the moment Miriam realized betrayal isn't just about passion. It's about breaking the heart of the one who trusted you the most. Betrayal is a wound deeper than any cut of the flesh. Samuel's story is not just about a wife who strayed or a driver who crossed the line. It is about the fragile nature of trust. We give our hearts, our loyalty, our time to the people we love, but sometimes they trade it for moments of weakness. In the quiet of the night, Miriam wept, but tears cannot erase the scars of broken trust. Daniel left, ashamed, knowing he had destroyed the very man who once treated him like a brother. And Samuel returned to the fields the next morning, but not as the same man. His steps were slower, his eyes heavier. He had learned the hardest lesson. Sometimes the deepest battles are not fought in the field, but in the heart. So I ask you, what would you do if the person you loved the most betrayed you in your own home? Ladies and gentlemen, what do you feel? Please write your comment. Thank you.